told your friend you're not okay.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Kpop News, the place where every detail, every moment, and every spark from the Kpop universe meets the global stage. Today, we'll be discussing an event that initially seemed ordinary, but within hours, it turned into a major explosion that shook the world of international fashion and entertainment. It all started with an exclusive photo shoot with GQ. At first, the public thought it was just another routine editorial, handsome faces, dramatic lighting, and classy sets. But something unexpected happened. As soon as the photos were released, the digital world was struck by lightning. Global timelines were suddenly filled with one name, one visual, and one outfit that instantly became the subject of mass discussion. Within hours, the photos started a domino effect that was hard to imagine. Fan comments flooded the post, international media scrambled to write articles, and fashion analysts tried to solve the mystery: how could one photo shoot shake up the global market so quickly? The answer came when the Celine outfit worn in the photo sold out like lightning. Global stock disappeared before many people could hit the "add to cart" button. The sellout phenomenon is nothing new in the fashion industry, but this time it was on an unprecedented scale. Online stores reported a dramatic spike in searches, brick-and-mortar boutiques were swarmed by shoppers who didn't even know the details of the product, and red paired with classic cuts became a new icon in the digital fashion world. The hook was clear: not only did the item sell, but the model's image instantly boosted the brand's reputation. Marketing experts called this moment the most powerful example of how the power of personal branding can outshine traditional advertising built over months. Fans, as always, were the biggest boosters. They shared short clips, created aesthetic edits, added glamorous filters, and created visual narratives that made each photo feel like part of an elegant yet mysterious film. These fan posts piqued the curiosity of people outside of K-pop, even those who hadn't previously followed the industry. As these editorial photos went viral, marketing analysts began talking about a new era of influencers. In the past, major campaigns took a long time to build momentum. But now, a single pose, a single hairstyle, or the right camera angle can transform a simple outfit into a product sought after worldwide. Some editors even call this moment the purest form of the halo effect, where a person's aura makes everything they touch feel more valuable. Interestingly, the simplicity of this outfit is precisely what makes it feel luxurious. A seemingly effortless red sweater paired with tailored trousers creates a blend of modern luxury and elegant simplicity. Fans aren't just buying clothes, they're buying the confidence, visual storytelling, and artistic flair that radiates from every pose. In a short time, global searches for the brand skyrocketed. Statistics show a rare spike, indicating that this campaign not only sold products but also increased brand awareness on an unprecedented scale. Other brands are paying close attention to this phenomenon, hoping to replicate the success, though many know that such charisma and timing are nearly impossible to replicate. The role of fandom cannot be overlooked either. Their creativity transforms editorial photos into viral assets that continue to circulate endlessly. Each repost extends the campaign's lifespan, keeping it trending longer than traditional commercial campaigns. Experts then began to delve deeper: how exactly did this style become such an icon so quickly? The answer lies in the details. The slight roll on the sweater sleeve. The bold yet refined silhouette of the pants. The contrasting red with earthy tones. All of this creates a visual puzzle that, when combined, creates a rarely seen perfection. This phenomenon also creates a wave of global FOMO. Many shoppers admit they don't even think about need, they just don't want to miss out on a moment that's taking the world by storm. When a single figure can create such an explosion, brand managers know that the value of future endorsements will skyrocket, perhaps even reaching unprecedented levels. Even more intriguing, this phenomenon reveals a fascinating side of the relationship between high-end fashion and pop culture. Two worlds that once seemed distant are now converging in the same space: premium viral editorial, embodied by a digital fandom with incredible reach. Meanwhile, just after the first viral wave subsided, a second, much larger wave began to emerge. Just as the public thought they had seen all the editorial photos, insiders began releasing behind-the-scenes footage showing the shoot. This is where things really got crazy. Simple footage, a single footstep, a small smile, a single movement of windblown hair, instantly became the subject of new analysis among the international fanbase. Global stylists began dissecting every detail of a movement, trying to understand how one model could exude such a powerful aura even before the camera had even taken the final shot. Editors called it a presence that can't be taught, something only a handful of big names in the entertainment industry possess. Meanwhile, in the fashion world, the discussion heated up. Creative directors from various countries began discussing the possible long-term effects of this shoot. They saw something rare, an editorial that went viral not just because of its style, but because it created the illusion of a story, as if viewers were watching characters from a high-fashion film, not just models on a photo shoot. Even typically skeptical marketing consultants chimed in. They say this phenomenon will change the standards of global fashion campaigns. While brands previously relied on glamorous imagery and exotic locations, strategies will likely shift to focusing on figures who can sell the mood, not just the clothes. In other words, a photo is no longer just about the clothes, it must tell a story within them. This effect is becoming increasingly apparent as competing brands begin monitoring digital activity. Search traffic for keywords related to the editorial concept, from reds and earthy tones to silk-tailored cuts, is increasing significantly across search platforms. It's no longer about a single outfit, it's about the style, aesthetic, and atmosphere it creates. Some fashion houses have even reportedly begun rescheduling their campaign schedules for fear that their releases will be overshadowed by the viral effect of the GQ editorial. This is a rare situation where a highly established industry feels the need to adapt to a single visual moment that comes from an unexpected direction. Meanwhile, fans continue to push the viral effect even further. They create collages, short animations, and even narrative theories about the photo shoot concept, as if it were part of a larger storyline that only they understand. Each fan-made piece created a new layer that extended the campaign's longevity, even surpassing the production team's initial expectations. And at the peak of its viral popularity, another rumor began to circulate. A number of premium brands were reportedly quietly competing for future collaboration slots. Some were even said to be ready to offer contracts worth far more than industry standards, seeing the incredible ROI of this shoot. Public relations experts believe that if this trend continues, endorsement values could reach new highs in fashion and entertainment history. But perhaps most surprising is the fact that this entire phenomenon began with something so simple: a red sweater, classic tailored pants, and a camera that captured the perfect moment. This demonstrates how powerful a visual symbol can be when combined with the right person. That something seemingly minimalist can become the center of a revolution when executed by someone with global presence and impact. Some even argue that this shoot could serve as a blueprint for the modern editorial, a combination of storytelling, relatable yet premium visuals, and the presence of a figure who can unite these two worlds. In an era dominated by quick posts and quickly disappearing content, this editorial proves that quality and character can endure far longer than anything else. And as time passed, instead of fading, the conversation around this GQ editorial only grew. European fashion media began discussing it as an example of the resurgence of print editorials. Asian digital platforms made it a case study in fandom culture and the power of organic distribution. Even business analysts included it in their reports as a phenomenon worth monitoring for its impact on younger generations' consumer behavior. With all this sweeping impact, one thing became clear: what seemed like a simple photo shoot was the starting point of a major shift that would likely shape the direction of the fashion industry for years to come. A small moment that turned into a global wave, and the worlds of fashion, entertainment, and marketing are now taking notice.